You said that there was, with a driver, as you came down, there was more hip slide on a driver than a 6-iron.
Correct.
And what that was doing is that as there was more hip slide, that was giving Mike more side tilt to the right. In other words, with a driver, he has more degrees of tilt to the right, like this, than he does with the 6-iron because there's more hip slide with the driver. The effect of that is to help shallow that descent out without without having to release his hands to shallow the hit on the ball, correct?
Right, and not to mention the catapult effect to hit the ball far.
Well, you want to elaborate on that?
Well, we explained earlier how that left tilt on the backswing turns into a right tilt when you hit the ball and to go to your finish. That change in this angle from a left tilt to the right tilt's a huge lever.
And huge potential power.
Correct.
For clarification, Mike, you were just explaining how there's more hip slide in a driver than there is with a 6-iron. And because there's more hip slide, that's creating more of a side tilt through the ball, which is serving to help keep the angle of approach going out longer, correct?
Correct.
And it helps to shallow the descent, the side tilt does. Now, if a golfer comes through the ball, and at some point on the downstroke, Mike, bring it on through, please. Their side tilt's increasing. Keep going. Side tilt's increasing, side tilt's increasing. One more time, please. Like that. If at some point during the downstroke, one more time, please, the hip slide stops, but the rotation continues, then the club will start to come across the ball at that point. At the moment the linear stopped, if the body continued to turn and stay in flexion, the club would have the effect of coming steeper and across the ball, which would result in what?
Pulls and slices.
Pulls and slices.